Okay. Good evening or afternoon, viewers. Welcome to the Music Room with Gregory James. It's been a while since I've been back. But it was previously called the Music Shop, but now I've changed that to the Music Room, so this is what we're sitting in today.
Yes.
A little bit warm.
A little bit warm.
And my special guest today, one of the legendary entertainers, not guitarist, not a vocalist, not a drummer, I mean an entertainer from Newcastle, Mr. Peter Teterin Benson. Fantastic to see you, mate.
Nice to see you.
Thank you for coming over.
Yeah, great. Thanks for having me.
Your early life, in short.
My early life, in short, work.
Yes.
Work. In the engineering business.
Yeah.
Being of Russian descent, it was work.
He's a Russian.
Yeah, white one. And it was that's what we had to do. That's what my grandfather instilled in my father, and he instilled that in me.
When did you realise, in your younger years, that you had an inkling that you could be a vocalist and a performer?
15.
When you were 15? Really?
Yep.
How did that come about, Peter?
At the Royal Hotel in Tamworth.
Now, which Royal Hotel I was going to say, but you said it.
Yes, Tamworth.
There's one in every town.
There is. I was sitting on the veranda, and there was a fella there, elderly fella, playing mouth organ to a cattle dog, and then he'd stop he'd stop playing and he'd sing.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, if I can't do any better than that,
Won't give it a go?
I won't give it a go. So when I came back to Newcastle, I found out there was a talent contest. I went to have a look and ended up joining, and Tony Morris was the compere and the band.
Yes,
I sang a song a cappella, and I won third prize, which was a half a dozen cans of VB, and I can stand
$5 check or something.
Yeah, that's right. But what hooked me is they clapped, and I thought, well, this is for me.
Okay. Now, Peter, before you, how can I put this? You were in the engineering industry as well as the entertainment industry.
Yes.
But out of that, working in the industrial part of your life, you ended up contracting an illness which is quite severe.
Yes.
Would you like to share that with our people?
Yes, the illness was called myelodysplasia, which every 80 to 120 days your blood rejuvenates itself.
Yeah.
Now, mine doesn't. I have to have transfusions every 3 to 4 weeks. It's caused, or so they say, it's caused through the oils and grease and petroleum that comes through your
fossil fuel based.
Yes, that comes through your skin. And since I started work at 9 at my father's, what I had to do, I was basically thrown into that.
Yeah, the deep end.
The deep end.
Yeah, well, this is sort of, is that disease more common now?
No.
It's not, it's still very rare.
Still very rare.
But everyone can't get it, it's just...
No, it's still very rare, but the problem is, it only happened back then to 75 and 85-year-old people.
Yeah, but you're only 53.
Yeah, I know, but I'm a young 53.
Yeah, okay.
And all they did was the doctors would come in and they'd give them their transfusions so they could do their gardens, play their hoy, do this, and then ta-ta.
Yeah.
And that was it. Yeah. They gave me 4 years in 2000.
One of the most memorable, that's the word, performances you've ever done?
Belmont 16 footers. We started to play YMCA, and it's so gratifying to see that even the people sitting down, they're doing the YMCA thing, and it still gives me goosebumps to this day to see them, everybody. And when you got 400 people doing that, it's just mesmerising. And the other time was when we first started at Tattles's Club in Pitt Street, Sydney.
Yeah, when I was with, a lot of people don't know, but I've worked with Gold Cadillac. I've known Peter for a long time now. And both the bands communicated and sort of knitted.
Very well.
I suppose, anyway. So we're all buddies. When I went down there and done a couple of shows down there, and I had to wear a A jacket?
You
I
like
said, well, I've only got a leather biking jacket. Will that do? He said, yeah, that'll be fine, mate.
Well, when we were there, they used to have the jackets on a rack.
Jacket, yeah.
Yeah, and you had to, when you get off stage, you have to wear that jacket.
Yeah, I know. It was a different venue.
Oh, different.
Because I remember mixing there, it was in this glass cube, and I went, how am I supposed to mix in a glass cube?
That's right.
It was amazing. Okay, what are the most embarrassing moments you've had on stage?
You're making me sweat already thinking about it.
Oh, mate, you better pad down for this one.
Yeah, we were at Belmont 16 footers and we're halfway through our songs, and as you know, the stage is just that right height, and there was a nice blonde in front of me, and she was as full as two boots in a country and western show. She grabbed me by both hips and she planted her lips in the Never Never region.
Ooh.
And
this is a family friendly
yes,
show.
That's the only nice way I can explain it.
I know.
And we finished the bracket, and I'm walking around talking to people, and they give me a big smile. And did you enjoy the? Yes, enjoyed it. So I went up to the bar to get a light, and the elderly lady at the bar said, "Having a good night, are we?" I said, "Yes, we are." She said, "It looks like it. Just let your eyes run down, and here's bright red lipstick."
In the Never Never?
In the Never Never.
Oh, brilliant.
And I was so embarrassed, so I had to go and change again. Yeah. And when I got on stage, no, I just said to these people, "Well, thank you very much for not telling me."
Yes.
And that was the
Okay, tell me your, not just one, but maybe a couple of your favourite local musical talents that you could...
Musical talents?
Yes.
Yes, musical talents, well, in the band, unquestionably, Gold Cadillac.
Yeah, they're good in their time.
I've worked with, as you have, Mr. Peter Young, Howard Ward, all the really good musos.
All the session players.
All the session players, and Marty Worcester.
Yeah. There's a lot of them out there. So look, you have a lot of respect for a lot of the musicians in the industry.
Oh my word, I do.
Well, look, I do, and with all due respect, my network is probably a lot larger than we've done because of where my career's taken me.
Yeah.
I very much a lot of people, even internationally, that I could put in there as well. I heard a story about you that you got your hands stuck in concrete.
I did.
Now, how did that happen?
Well, back in the day, as you know, Pier 1 was the place to go before Darling Harbour took over.
Yes. Okay.
It was it. It was ran by a friend of mine who was more of a father than my own father. And I say that with all respect to my father.
Yeah.
And we were down there for 12 years, and Vern Howlett was his name.
I remember that name.
Yeah, Vern Howlett.
Yeah.
He said to me, "Well, Pete, it's about time." I said, "About time for what?" He says, "We're ready for it." And I said, "Ready for what?" He says, "Coming out the front." So I can even tell you what I wore: a pink shirt, a pair of grey jeans, and he said, "Kneel."
Oh. Oh, so this is another one of them moments.
No, he wasn't anybody to do with the church.
Yes.
And he said, "Righto, first of all, put your hands in." And as you know, if you get stuck in concrete, the air drags you in. Sucks you in. And I couldn't get my hands out, and then I couldn't get my knees up, and then I had to write my name down there, which was rather embarrassing, but I've always been, how can I put this? I've always been humble. I'm humbled by a lot of things. I'm humbled by the people who I've made friends with, including yourself. I'm humbled by the musicians that wanted to sing in my band and wanted to play in my band.
Well, you had a good band, mate. Even all bands changed their their players.
Yeah.
But you know, all the players you've had have been exceptional players.
They have been. We had David Tavender on keyboards,
Yep.
David Jack on drums.
Yeah, Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie. The
I
gambler.
I got some stories about Jackie.
So I, but next time.
We'll leave them for a drink over the
Yeah,
bar.
we had Peter Pajnik on guitar and
Good guitar player.
yeah,
Very
good.
tasteful guitar player.
And then we had Ian Cairns on bass.
Unfortunately, we lost
Yes,
Ian.
we lost Ian, yeah.
Unfortunately, that happens to us.
Yep.
Oh, still on your hands in the concrete, right? I believe they end up getting buried by a building. Is that correct?
Well, yes, but let's not talk about that because that's...
And only your fingers still sticking up front of the building.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly. It was a frightening experience, but I'm here to tell you about it.
Do you still perform today?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. I perform with a friend of mine, Cole Clemenchuk. I think you know Cole. I think you know Cole Clemenchuk.
Yes, I do, yeah.
We've done some weddings and we're planning on doing some more work in the future. I do get calls now and again to go down to the old Pier 1 and do...
You've got a Sydney gig?
Yeah.
Every now and then?
Yeah, but
That's fine.
this time I can plan it myself. I can plan the whole thing myself. I don't have to worry about bookings or anything like that. I can choose.
What's the best party time you've ever experienced over your life?
Best party time?
Well, I know one.
Oh, well, I know one too. We took Gold Cadillac out, and yourself, and the roadies.
Well, that was about what? 15 of us, 14, 15 of us.
Yeah, all limos.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many people go white when the helicopter turned up.
Oh, it didn't bother me.
Yeah. I think it bothered. What was your roadie's name?
Oh, Frosty.
Bluey. Bluey.
Yeah.
And then we went from all around town, and then we ended up at the
Apollo.
The Apollo. Yeah. Back then they had a helipad.
Yes, I know.
Which was fantastic.
Yeah. Like we didn't know where the placing on. Look, I was part of that with Peter, and I'll just put my spin on it. So Peter's been communicating with us guys, and we had been for quite a while. And he says to the rest of the band, he says, "How about we ask Cadillac's out for Christmas dinner?" Where I can't remember. I think you remember the date, but it was in '95 anyway.
It was in '95. Yeah.
Yeah. So meet at the Kent, drinks champagne on 9 o'clock in the morning, into the limousines, around Newcastle. Even if we've seen Newcastle before, but from limousine, cocktails at 9 in the morning.
Yes.
And then we had to stop on the top in Merewether.
Yes.
What happened up there, Peter?
Well, Phil and I had to relieve ourselves.
I think we all did.
And we went into there's an old house that's been there for years.
It's still there.
I was trying to buy that, but the people will never sell it. And we walked through the door, because it wasn't barred up at the time. And then the next minute he creak, and we're down to our knees through the floorboards.
But what were you doing in the building?
Well, I don't flash everywhere.
Oh, okay. So we had to be careful of traffic.
Yes.
Passing traffic, what we were doing.
Yes.
Yeah, I do remember now. so what, the floors collapsed on you, and here's you and Phil.
Yeah. Doing our business, with their knees.
But
then we had to help each other out.
Yeah. Look, ladies and gentlemen, that was a really funny day, and I've thanked Peter for this personally over many years, but I'm going to do it again because what Peter put up that day was just astronomical. like the amount of alcohol and food for lunch, and then I know we've got dinner to go yet.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And then helicopter rides, the
Helicopter
whole
rides.
chauffeur living limos, and then ended up at Western a mess.
Oh, and I think somebody got up on stage, didn't they?
Oh, was it you?
No, wasn't me. I think it was
Wasn't me,
your
no.
bass player.
Oh, Snowy.
Yeah,
Justin got up.
Justin. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a funny night.
that
But
was
Peter,
funny, mate.
that I still remember that very vividly.
Mm.
You know, that was really
That
good.
was a really
it was
good
really good fun, and I thank you for that. Okay, now let's just go back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
How did Burban get their name?
We were working at the hotel at Islington, Parkview, I think it was called.
It is, yes.
Yeah, and we were there for about 4 or 5 weeks, and the lady that owned the pub said, "Look, we can't advertise you because you haven't got a name. If you haven't got a name by the end of the night, I will make your name up." So the end of the night comes, she comes in with a piece of paper, and she says, "I've got your name." Now, I was working with keyboard player Michael Bird, and she cut the BIR,
Yeah.
and my last name was Benson, so it's BIRB and ended up being Bourbon,
Yeah.
not spelt the way that people think.
And it's nothing to do with alcohol,
No,
with that spelling.
no, that's right.
That's very right. Okay. First and last band you ever played with?
Bourbon and Bourbon.
Sounds like the same band.
It is the same band.
A few different players, but
A few different players, yeah, a few different players, but
Okay.
still.
okay. Did you ever record any songs of your own or anybody else's over the years?
Yes.
So you look into studio formats, sort of thing.
Mark Tinson was the one that did my first back there. It was a tape.
The old Godfather.
Yeah, the old Godfather.
Yeah.
He's getting old too. He's getting
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
He's getting up there, but he still looks good.
70, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, 70, and yes, did the Beginnings. It was called the Beginnings, and then after that we did a CD with the band,
Yeah.
and then in 2011, I think it was, people were saying to me, "Why don't you do just things like easy listening?" So I
Yeah,
brought
yeah.
out the easy listening, and
Yeah,
that went well.
That's good. Nothing wrong with easy listening, mate.
No, and it's good on the voice.
Yeah. There's some really nice melodies and easy listening.
Oh, isn't it?
Always good melodies.
Yeah, it's true.
So obviously you've retired now, Peter,
Yes,
from the business, basically.
yes. 17 years I've been retired.
Now, you live not far from me, actually, locally with your partner,
Warrabrook,
Warrabrook, with your partner, Joy.
Joy, yes.
He's a very lovely lady.
If it wasn't for her, I'd be dead a long time ago, and I can mean that. I can
Yeah.
say that sincerely.
Well, I must inform my viewers I'm aware of that situation.
Yep.
So I had the pleasure to sit and have a wine with you and Joy at your
Yeah,
abode.
yes, that's right.
So there's always good stories.
There's always a wine there, believe me.
Yeah, I know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the Music Rooms edition today. As I said, it's been a while since I've done one of these. So, actually, no, I'm missing one really important thing before we go away.
What's that?
Your jackets.
Ah, my jackets.
Your jacket.
This was made for me by Mike McGregor.
Right, now let's have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this weighs a ton. Alright. Pete used to wear this on stage.
Yeah, with the belt.
It doesn't suit me though.
Oh, it does.
So this was one of Peter's trademarks, this jacket. And then, I know he showed me a little bit earlier, but he's going to drag him out again. He has an actual belt, which has been made by the dressmaker of Elvis Presley himself.
Yeah,
Is that correct, Pete?
that's correct.
We have all his cellophane. You know, what have we got here, Pete?
That's the buckle to the,
PB,
yep,
Peter Benson.
yep, and on the back it's autographed by Mike McGregor.
That it is too.
Yes, and that's the actual
The actual belt. You
the
stretch
actual
the
belt.
out.
Stretch the belt.
Wow, great piece of work, folks. Look at that. Original material from the original people.
Yep, and a lot of people think that Elvis Presley wore leather.
No.
He wore deer hide,
Yes.
because deer hide sweats from the inside where leather sweats from the outside.
I know.
Yeah.
No, that's fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll just let Pete put that away. Now look at the work in this. You're a rock star, mate.
Oh.
Look at that. Rock star. We used to use a front haircut, pink hair and a bass. And
pink hair would go down well, I think.
Yeah, you know, a bass or something, and slap heavy, it'd be really good.
Yeah. So yes, that's it. That never comes out now.
Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to put this down here for a moment. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for viewing in on the music room again. I know I said over the past there was a lot more to come, and there still is, but today's been a special day for me, and catch up with my friend Peter Teterin Benson.
Yes.
Teterin Benson, the Russian.
The Russian.
Whatever. He's been a great friend through the industry. Very helpful for so many people in and outside the industry. I personally must commend you on your kindness and gratitude to other people, Peter. Mate, look, it really stands out.
Well,
I know that personally from experience.
I think that what happens is we've always been taught as a family to help others as much as you can.
Yeah, I think that'd be nice if the whole world was like that. But
if the whole world could just look at children and take a little bit of knowledge out of the children, black, blue, brindle, red, yellow, they all play together.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Gregory James here at the Music Room, and Peter,
thank you
very much for coming along, and a big cheer out to everybody.
Yep, big cheer.
See you later.
See you later.
See you next time, Music Room.